Ma'am, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to this magical Sunday. I hope it's going to be very soulful for you all. I hope आप जिनसे मिलना चाहते हैं उनसे connect हो पाए. So just for you all to know, आज हमारा last Sunday Life Reflection series है series 1 का. And इसके बाद हम थोड़ा एक अंतराल लेंगे, break लेंगे. So ये क्यों हमने बनाया था? Why did we make this entire program? 5 सितंबर को हमने शुरू करा था दिस जर्नी ऑफ एम्पावरिंग लाइव्स. सनबी मुगल सराय वाराणसी के बच्चों को सिखाना शुरू किया था द वेरी ब्यूटीफुल बुक मैजिक बाय रोंडा बर्न. एंड उसके बाद लाइफ चेंज्ड. We opened this series in November to the entire world. I'm very, very grateful to Shweta Kanudia, जिनकी वजह से उनकी टीम की वजह से we could reach out to thousands of people. So thank you, Sanjay sir, you're here with us today. आप जो असाइनमेंट्स बनाकर जो मैं असाइनमेंट्स बनाती हूँ आप उनको आगे बनाते हैं. अमृता मैम जो फॉरवर्ड करती हैं, रितेश सर जो स्क्रीन करते हैं, आपकी टीम की वजह से हम बिना किसी मॉनिटरी गेन्स की वजह से ये इतना सब पहुंचा पाते हैं. Sunday Live Reflection Series is a program curated where whatever I have gone through in my life, whatever has helped me, we have shared that with you without any personal. And I think all of you have grown. We've had a beautiful 14 weekend Sundays journey. Today is one of my favorite, and we are going to end it with Shoheli. And I'm very, very happy to introduce you in 5 minutes with her. So before that, let me tell you, आपने इन Sundays को क्या-क्या सीखा. जिन्होंने नहीं सीखा, you can probably go back on the YouTube channel and go for the sessions. We have addressed our mind, body, our soul, and our substance in these entire series. Mind में हमने बात करी कि what is conscious mind, what is subconscious mind. Subconscious mind की power की वजह से हम past life regression कर पाए, and a lot of you could go back into your lives and see what you were in your past lives. We have done the smile meditation, learned something new with Mamta ji. We have for our body, we've done Peach Stick programming, jahan we know how to energize ourselves whenever boredom sets in. We've talked about nutrition, how we love ourselves and how it's important to love ourselves. We've had infinite love meditation. We've had the chakra healing. We've also had Nitya Shanti coming to us, addressing us on how to reset ourselves. When it comes to mind, we've also talked about Vedanta, how Vedanta is a way of life and how we're supposed to imbibe it. And जो लोग journey में साथ में evening में हैं, they know Vedanta is nothing but it's a full science. Vedanta is Ved का अंत, knowledge का end, and that's what we've been doing. Soul के लिए we've talked about soulmates, we've talked about a lot of stuff, how we all progress. And today is the day of love, where whoever we've lost, we're grieving, we can connect with them. We've talked about numerology, we've talked about so much in these Sundays. And आज हम finally इसका break लेंगे, अंतरा लेंगे with my very favorite Shoheli. Sir, can we spotlight Shoheli for all of us? So Shoheli is somebody who came to my life 3 years ago. So 10 years in 2010, I lost my father-in-law. Until then, I never knew that what is grief of losing a loved one. So one of my friends, Ruchika Rathi, introduced me to something called meeting soulmates. And I met my father-in-law very instantly, and I could heal. 3 years back, Shoheli beautifully walked into my life, thanks to another friend. And my dad, my mom, and I went to see her. And she told us that my brother, who was still hadn't crossed over, was between us even now and in grief. She held our hands and she took us to a journey. And all of a sudden, I saw a whoosh and I saw a white cloud. Little did I know that that's the spirit of my brother, which was we had just released. And so beautifully, 2 days later, my cousin from Kunnur calls me up and says, Prach, I want you and Bua to know that Rishi has crossed over. It's so beautiful that Shoheli did this for us. And बहुत relax हुआ, मालूम पड़ा what his journey is. Of course, there are books to go through this, and I've shared them with you all before. But today, Shoheli, I want you to take the center stage and tell us about this journey and take us through. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation and empowering people. Right now, you may see very few people logged on, but there are about 1,200 people who are from 7 continents who do this course with us, and they do it online on YouTube. We don't charge. We have 2 sessions, one in the morning for life transformation series where we read books and transform, and one is life skill series in the evening. Sundays were very special for us, but today it's a conclusion of the series 1. So thank you for being here for the finale and for taking us through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Sanjay sir, can we, okay, let me unmute Shoheli ma'am. Yes, Shoheli, can you unmute yourself? I passed on the buck to you. Yes, please.
Thank you so much, Prachi, for inviting me here, and it's such a pleasure to be here. And yeah, my work, a part of my work is this, where it is about connecting with our loved ones who have passed away. And so I will talk briefly about it as to what it really is, and then guide you all through kind of a guided meditation where we can actually connect with our loved ones. So I will just help you through that. And I think I forgot to ask you, Prachi, how much of time I have, so I can just finish till then.
So Shoheli, technically we finished 12:30, 12:45, whatever is comfortable.
Right. Okay, fine. So,
It's 11:05, so yes.
Great.
And Shoheli,
Yeah,
before you
so,
talk about this, I forgot to tell people about you, your different expertises, about your many unique methods, also Shoheli method. It's very beautiful to know what all you've come up with. And if everyone can see behind Shoheli, you have the Egyptian geezer. She's into pyramid healing also there. So please, Shoheli, tell us about your journey. We'll be really excited to know about your journey. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so, I started off with, I think for all of us, the questioning starts when something happens in our life, right? So for me, the same thing happened, and that really took me on this journey. In childhood, I had these skills, I think, but when, our whole karmic thing comes on and we kind of forget all of that, and all that got revived. So I started off as a past life regression therapist, and then I realized only one therapy is not enough. There is lots more out there. There are people who don't believe in past lives, so how to help them? There were people who were not going to their past life, not regressing, how to help them. So I started exploring a lot of other healing methods, in fact, everything that is out there. And then I realized by itself, each one was kind of not complete. So I developed my own method, which I called Shoheli method. So it is a combination of many methods, which makes it very whole and complete. And in my whole journey, actually exploring all these different methods, I've traveled a lot all over the world. And, seen there's so much there, there's so many methods, so many systems. And of course, Egypt was a very big calling, and the pyramids itself are very, very powerful. And a whole different world unfolded, and that's why I keep going back there, doing retreats there. Basically, the pyramids are like, they are transmission towers of energy. And so all of this together actually has brought me where I am today. So I do not only healing sessions for people, because it's not really healing them. We all can heal ourselves, but we have forgotten how to do it, or our power has been given away to, our doctors and other things. So we need to, that's what I help people do, to connect back with themselves, connect back with the source energy, where the creator, where we all come from. And learn to heal ourselves, learn to solve our own problems. So I also help people with, their journey to remember, to empower themselves, to heal themselves, and to help others as well, So, and all aspects of life, it's not only just healing ourselves, it's relationships, finances, our health, which has become such a big thing today, right? Where we all have so many health issues. So we are actually supposed to be healing ourselves, but we don't know how to do it, So it's like what I help people to remember and work with. And funniest part is, not many people believe in all of this. Finally, we are all energy, right? Everything is energy around us. And if we can understand things in that way, it is much easier to solve it. But we don't know. So that's what I teach people, that everything is energy, how it works. And we ourselves energy beings more than just this physical form. And we have 4 layers, right? So we have a spiritual layer, which we all have come to understand, which we don't understand. And that's why it becomes more dense. Then it's in our mind, and we keep thinking about it, and still we don't know how to deal with it. Then it becomes emotional because now we are feeling angry or sad, or so that again we don't know how to deal with, and then it becomes so dense that it becomes disease, illnesses, it becomes problems in our body, and then it's so much more dense to work with, right? So most people who come to me have tried everything else, and once nothing works, then they come to me. And it's a tougher job then, but we have amazing results by the methods that I have put together, and we're getting very quick and very deep results. So now the only thing on earth is to remove these, I call them like implants, imprints in us. So only removing this is the only work left on earth, you know. I think karma and everything is deleted. Cause and effect is totally deleted. We're all moving into new consciousness, the new earth, and it's going to be beautiful times. But all this baggage that we have has to be cleared, right? And there's so much, like the topic today is about our loved ones, you know. So when we die, what happens? You know, our physical body, there's something else within. We think it's just a physical body, but it's actually consciousness. It's this energy that we are. That's what leaves our body, right? So there's so much on earth now, which are these kind of souls or energies which are stuck. They have not been able to move on. So that's a work by itself. Not many people do that work to help these souls and to help them move on to light, into their new lives. But many of them are stuck, you know, in battles, in wars, and even in small things like family, we get stuck, right? So what happens is and also we need to understand what is it, why are we coming in, as we have group souls, right? We all, like source energy is there, and we all come out as sparks of consciousness from that source energy. So these sparks are together of the same vibration, and they are the soul group, you know, which comes through since a long time of existence till where we are today. And that comes in as the close people in our lives, right? Your immediate family, your loved ones, your friends, your people at work, whom you are working with or being with at a daily basis, right? So they are the ones who are your soul group. Now, soul group again is, there's a lot of learning from the soul group. You know, we teach each other. So we keep taking different roles, right? So sometimes we could be a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, or, you know, anything in this whole group, because that is what we have to learn. We have to learn from each other. We have to, you know, experience that role. Only if we are in that role do we experience it, right? And there's a lot of attachment, that's why. You know, there is a lot of feelings, emotions, things that we have to learn, experience, understand. And when you look at this life, you have this, your whole, you know, you have your parents, yourself, you are there, your children, your all of them together, right? So it's interesting that whichever evolution process we are in, normally the whole soul group is in the same vibration and the same evolution process, you know. So they are the ones who are experiencing similar experiences by what each one is doing. So, and also when somebody in this soul group now passes away, maybe earlier than what one would expect, right? We all feel that we have a certain lifespan, and somebody passes away before that. So that can leave such a sudden impact on us, right? Similarly, when even our parents die, or somebody else who could have reached their age, right? Their old age, and you know that they have to pass, but still we feel so much of sadness, right? So it's very interesting how all this works. And when we look at it from a higher perspective, it is all about learning. There's something that we have to learn through this experience. But at that point, when we are in that space of losing our loved ones, we feel a lot of hurt and pain. Again, it's how much of attachment you have. If people are very attached, then the pain and the grief is more. There are a lot of people who have learned and experienced and have grown from that, and they are in much more stable state. For them, it is not so much. They are in much more acceptance. So for each one of us, it's different, right? For some, it could be a lot of grief, but for some, it's not so difficult. So for each one, the experience is different, right? The same experience of losing a loved one could be very different for each one of us. That is again what we have to experience from it. What is it that we have to learn? What is it that we have to understand? That's what makes it different. Now, what happens is, sadly, death is a part of this reality, right? Everybody has to be born and everybody dies. Now, interestingly, when somebody is born, we normally celebrate. It's like, we welcome that soul into this world and we feel a lot of happiness and celebration, right? But when somebody dies, we feel very sad. We feel that, oh my God, that's over. Because we as physical beings are experiencing that soul which comes in and is now going away from our lives, right? But actually, when you look at it from the soul level, a soul which is being born is actually very sad. Of course, some of them are happy because they want to come on earth and experience what they have to experience here. And some choose easier lives, but most of them are not too happy to be born because they know when we decide on top, that it could be a difficult life that I've chosen. And many don't really want to come in, So as a child, it's not a very happy state, And that's why as soon as a child is born, they start crying. Why do they cry? It's because they know they have taken on something very difficult and they don't want to be. It's a very dense reality. When you're up there in the astral realm, when we're in the higher realms, it's much lighter, much easier. But we take this body because of all the five senses we have, it's a different experience, and the duality which is there and now the 3D world is what we come here to experience, right? So it's actually not so much of a happy moment for the soul to be born, though earth can be beautiful as well. So some are happy, most are not. But when we die, it's actually a freedom for the soul. It's finally we're out of this dense body, And for human beings, it's like it can be, of course, when we're dying of old age, it's your body has deteriorated. You cannot work very well in this body. So even more than that, this whole, the death is such a freeing experience that you are now out and you finished whatever you had to finish in this lifetime. And you can then go up again into that lighter, better reality, right? But for people who pass away earlier, not in old age, who suddenly die, how do we explain that? That's what becomes, I think, more difficult. Though even a lot of people do grieve their parents' death, So there are a lot of thoughts which come at that point for people like, there's so much I could have done, or this person loved me so much and now he's gone. So it's a very self thing that, you can call it even a selfish self, that we don't want that person to go. We hold on to them or we long to be with them longer. But at old age, when they are in suffering or pain or not in a good state, it's good to let them go. But sometimes we can't do it, right? Mental level, we say it's all easy, but doing it is very different because it's just not that life. There's so many things in that life as well as previous lives which impact or affect that part. So that is one thing. And next thing is, actually everything is planned, So we have a planning because it's such a complex thing, right? There's so many people involved in our lives, right? So everything has to be planned. Everything has to be, there is a way, everything has to be done. Otherwise, imagine if each one of us were doing our own thing, there would be too much of confusion, right? So much of it is planned. And so our birth, our death, the major things in our lives are pretty much planned, right? So all the soul group sits together and decides like, okay, this is what we do. I'm talking more at the mental level, but if you feel it energetically, that's what I normally work with. It's actually energy. So all the souls which are of the similar energy vibrations, whatever they have, their sum total of their complete existence. So that vibration is in each one of them. And that dynamics is what gets them together again for whatever they have to do. So if you look at it energetically, it's a very, very easy, or it's something which just fits in, and that's why it comes in like that. But again, if we go to our thought level of understanding, which we require in the human mind, it's very, it's like planned. It's like, okay, this is what I have done in my past lives, and this is what in the soul group we all have done to each other, and we have to now kind of balance out that cause and effect. So if I've done something to someone and cause something is what we will experience here. So similarly, a death in a family, what effect or impact it will happen and have on each one of us is decided for whatever we need to experience from that. And that's why it happens, right? So all of the death, like say the death in old age, accidental death, the death with maybe disease or illness, or any kind of death, right from a baby who's just born and dies, or at a younger age, or older, or further down, or to old age, is all planned. So the whole soul group actually within knows that this is going to happen. And then we come here and we forget, right? Because why we forget? Because if we remember, then it won't be a learning, it won't be an experience, you already know, right? So that's why we don't. And whatever we are feeling, whatever way it is impacting us, is the reason why it is happening. Yeah, so we have to be in more acceptance. We need to, if we understand this from the higher level, it'll be easier for us to work with it. And also the souls, then only the one that is suicide is where we are using the free will. That is not destined. That's where we are giving up for what we have to do. So many souls give up somewhere and they then commit suicide. So suicide is the only thing which is not planned from before, everything else is. Right? So suicide is, that's why not looked at very well from everyone, because it disrupts the whole system. It disrupts the whole dynamics, and for the soul itself, because something that they had not completed, they have to come back next lifetime and complete it. So there's no escaping anything. So we have to, and everything is cause and effect. What have I done? That's one of the laws of the universe. It will just come back. We have to balance that out. But as souls, if we, it's not that it's a punishment. It's not something that we are, stuck with. It's all about learning and understanding. Sometimes we can learn from others, but we don't do that. We have to experience it ourselves to learn. So these are the few things. And one more thing, which is really big, is what Prachi also mentioned, is about grieving. When we grieve, if we are constantly feeling sad, if we are ourselves sad, now the soul whom we have lost, someone dear in the family, how can that soul be happy? No. So if we are unhappy, like even normal life, forget about when the soul is out there, in life, when the family is together, if one person is sad, everybody feels sad, right? We all feel what is it that is happening, So what do we need to do here? We need to do our best to not feel, but it's like I said, it's energetic within, right? We feel sad, we feel that sadness for whatever the reason is. Maybe we feel guilty that I did not spend enough time with that person. Or it could be that, you really love that person so much and this person loved you so much. And suddenly with that gone, you feel that emptiness. So you feel really missing that person. Or you were very close, very, these kind of, they're very strong attachments. Why I call it attachment, how it's different from detachment. Detachment is to love somebody, and even if that person is gone, you don't feel the sadness, right? So you're in much more acceptance, but some of us are not. So there will definitely be a reason behind that. There is some reason why we feel that tremendous sadness. It could be insecurity. It could be that only that person loved me. It could be that, that was the only companion I had. It could be that I feel guilty of not having been with that person or not done something, or you feel, oh my God. So there could be so many reasons, right? Those reasons are the reason for that grief. And yes, for a mother, if she's lost a child, obviously, there's sadness. But again, it is coming from a place of attachment. So this is what we come to learn on earth. That is one of the learnings, right? So what happens is, otherwise, if you really look at it, we are all together. We are all the same. We all come from the same source. We are all connected. Nobody really goes away. The soul group is there and will always be there. Though sometimes in the soul group also we move on, like everybody is in the same vibration level. But sometimes when people who are in more spiritual maturity might outgrow the soul group, though we always try to pull them up together. So that's why the soul group is always helping each other, either here or even from there, right? So the loved ones are connecting with us all the time because they want to pull you up along with them in the spiritual evolution process. So they are never far from us. We feel the physical form gone, we feel they are gone. Yeah, and nobody teaches us how to connect with our loved ones. People often ask me when I help them connect that, is it safe? Is it okay? We have this misconception. Why not safe? They are your loved ones. Yeah, so many sessions I've done with people, which we'll do today. So there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to feel scared, because we are all one. We are all together. Actually, we are all one. The whole universe is one. That's a larger concept, very difficult for many people to understand. And then we all are, all humans are same. We are all the same. We are actually energy bodies, and our energies are all connected, interconnected with everyone. So whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm doing is getting transmitted to everybody else. So similarly, the soul group is a very, a tight unit. Like I said, they're always helping each other to move up in the evolution process. Yeah, so how can they ever be away from you? Never. So your loved ones are always there. Yeah, so most of you can feel whoever passed or crossed over, can feel they are there. And when do they come to us? Normally they connect with us. If they connected, most of us are in the 3D world, right? We can't see 4D, 4D, 5D, we can't see the other dimensions, right? Normally, unless we have these, skills. We all have, but we have forgotten. It's got disconnected from us. So we don't, and maybe we will get scared if they suddenly popped up in front of us, yeah? Because we've been told all our lives that those are ghosts, and a lot of things are put into our head as a child. So what most of the loved ones connect with us in our dreams, right? Dreaming is a reality where, we are not so much in our 3D state, we are much more in our other perceptions and other dimensions. So they normally connect there. So we have a lot of people who say, yes, I feel, I see my loved ones and who have passed away in my dreams. So normally they connect there. Yeah, some of them, sometimes you feel they are there, their presence is there. There are a lot of messages or, communication that might happen, right? So we feel that. But when we are grieving, what happens is, I've done sessions for so many people, when you're grieving, you can't connect, you can't see. Nothing works at that time because you're in so much of sadness that emotion just clouds you. So even when the loved one is connecting, you can't feel it, you can't sense it, and you're sad, sad, sad. And the loved one, how can the loved one leave you and go? I've done so many sessions with my friends and clients who I could feel their presence, and because I can feel and sense, they communicate through me, right? So I can feel right next to that person, the loved one is there. But because they're grieving, they cannot feel, they cannot receive that message. And the loved one cannot leave that person and go. Yeah. So it's really so difficult for that loved one. I know I've seen this boy, his mom was grieving so much, he could not leave. He was very much in the house, like when I was in his room, I could feel his presence, and he communicated through me to the mother. And there was one time when, he was, the help in the house had removed something from his room, and he was so angry, and all the glass things in the house were being broken. He was so angry because nobody was understanding, and he had to communicate in some way. So then they got a channel, a medium, and she communicated that he was angry. And, when they put that thing back in its place again, there was peace. So the spirits communicate sometimes, and he couldn't move on because his mom was grieving. So these are the things which happen. So unless somebody tells us, unless this thing is told to people, what is it that happens to the soul? What happens when somebody is, grieving? How the souls get stuck? Another of my friend, her husband had died suddenly of cancer, and she just could not accept the fact that he was there, gone. And when she was little okay, still she was feeling so guilty of even, meeting another man, or, she always felt she was being unfaithful to her husband. So once when I was spending time with her in the house, he communicated through me. He said that, see, I have moved on. It was karma that I had to go early, and she was left behind. That doesn't mean you just be sad and missing. He was feeling so much of sadness. So he communicated through me that, she needs to be with another person, find love again, and it's okay. But she felt very guilty. She could not move on. And that session really helped. And then I saw also that in future, in the next lifetime, they were together again. So that brings a lot of peace. So for people grieving, we do a lot of, future session of this next life, because it gives them that hope that, okay, this loved one is not gone. It's going to be back another life. Yeah, there was another lady who lost her loved one in an air crash, and she was grieving all her life. And he couldn't leave her and go. And again, in the future progression, she saw, I think, in a past life session, a future progression session where they were together in the next life. Yeah, so it is there. The soul group comes back again and again. Sometimes, again, if you've not completed a lifetime as two partners or lovers or spouse, or they come back again to complete that in the next life. Similarly, a father and child, if they have not experienced fully, they again come back. Like one of my friends, her brother had a bike accident, and she was just, I think she had conceived at that point. And then her brother came in as her child. And the rest of the family thought she was crazy because she kept feeling that it was her brother coming in as a son. So when she said, Jolie, you're the only one whom I can share this with. And I said, yes, it is. If you're feeling it and you can see all the signs, it is true. So it happens, the soul group keeps coming back in different ways, different forms. And whatever is happening is a reason of that very experience that we are having or going through. And this goes on. It's like a drama. Like we do these plays, right? Theaters, the drama. We plan everything. Everything is laid out, and then we all come down and do that. We do that same thing, which has been just like a movie script. Yeah. So this goes on, and that is the experience on Earth. And once we finish this, once this whole pause and play, this whole dynamics between all these souls and all this, the spiritual evolution, we move out. We all are now, most of us, hopefully, are moving out from this 3D and moving to higher dimension, higher reality, where we don't have to go through so much of pain and suffering. So pain and suffering was a part of this duality experience. Whenever we feel sadness, only when we have sadness and happiness together do we understand the other, right? Very fast, very quickly. And that's why we have all these experiences. Yeah, so today I think I will go into guiding you all through a meditation where we can all connect with our loved ones. If you have anybody particular who has passed away and you want to connect with one person, or there might be more than one, you can put that intention out. Everything is intention in this universe. So what we clearly think happens. So I will guide you through this process, to you all through this process today. And let's see how well we can all connect, and just keep a very open mind. Whatever is coming at the first go, just stay with that. And it doesn't matter whether we really understand or not, it will definitely happen, because whatever we intend to happens. Now, how much we perceive it or understand it is depending upon each one of us. And yeah, you can all be very comfortable in this process. The more relaxed you are, the more comfortable you are, you will be able to receive the thing well. And it's also a very healing session. We will be healing through this process of whatever dynamics we have with the loved ones. So we put out that intention. I'll guide you through all of it. You all can just lie down or sit very comfortably, whatever works for you. The whole thing is that keep your head rested, because our neck, when we don't relax properly, it might give a jerk and get you out of it. So just see that you are in a comfortable position. And the way you receive, all of us have, we call it clairs. It's like some of us are clairvoyant, some are clairsentient, some are clairaudient, some are claircognizant. So these clairs means how you receive information. Some of you will be able to see, some of you will feel, some of you will be able to hear, some will have a combination of all of this, okay? So just be open to receiving it in whichever way it comes to you, not judging it, not letting your thinking mind, which will come in, of course, but just be with it. And like you might feel, oh, I'm imagining it. Maybe you'll feel, oh, I'm making it up. Just don't let all of that, just put all your mind things up on the shelf and just go through the experience. So I'll just guide you through that. Okay, so just all of you, just be comfortable, keeping your eyes closed. Now take a deep breath in and exhale, releasing any stress, strain in any part of your body. Just allowing yourself to relax completely now. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow your mind to relax as well. Let go of any worries, any tensions. Just letting it go completely. Now allow your breath to become normal, natural. And as you breathe, just feel the relaxation deepen more and more. And allow every sound to relax you more and more now, taking you into a deeper and deeper state of relaxation. So breathe in, relax, breathe out, relax. And now stay with my voice so you can follow all that I'm saying. And allow my voice to relax you as well. Deeper and deeper now, much, much more than before. And now we put the clear intention of connecting with our loved one. It could be one person or more, whomever you want to connect with now. And allowing it to come through very naturally. And now allowing the relaxation to deepen more and more, down, down, deeper still. As I count from 10 to 1, just allow yourself to relax more and more and more. 10, deeper and deeper relaxation. 9, more and more. 8, down, down, deeper still. More and more relaxed than before. 8, 7, 6, down, down, and deep relaxed state. 5, you're halfway there. 4, more and more relaxed than before. 3, totally relaxed. 2, 1, you're in this deep, deep relaxed state. The whole body, your conscious mind is completely relaxed now. Just allow it to happen. And know that it's perfectly safe and all right to connect with your loved ones. They could be in the higher realms, they could be around you. They could also have taken another birth. Whichever state they are in, it is okay to connect with them because we are connecting with their consciousness, with their soul, with their energy. And it's possible and easy to do that. So let us go on this beautiful connection journey now. And as I guide you to that moment when you can connect with your loved one, at the end of my count, as I count from 10 to 1, each countdown will take you closer and closer to that moment when you can connect with your loved ones who has passed away. And by the time I reach 1, you'll be there, right in front of your loved one. For all the people you want to connect with. So just allow that to happen. 10, you're moving to that moment when you can connect. 9, 8, further and further, 7, 6, you're going closer and closer to that moment now. 5, 4, very, very close now. 3, 2, and 1. You're in that moment. Just allow your loved one to connect with you now. Just be there. And just stay with that first thought, first image, first understanding you're getting. So whoever it is, allow that person to be there in front of you now. Just feel, see, whichever way the information is coming to you, any messages, any visuals, any understanding, completely be there, or wait for a while till you can understand and feel and see or understand the presence of that person in front of you. And if you've already connected, great. If not, still it's okay. And now you can say whatever you want to say to this person. Anything that you want to communicate, you can do that now. Just connect into your heart. Just feel whatever you're feeling and speak it out. Say it out in your mind, through your heart to your loved one. Communicating completely with this person, your loved one. And now wait for any message, any understanding, any communication from that side. If you get any understanding, any communication, it's great. And even if you don't, if you can't understand, it's okay. Just feel it in your heart. Just feel what you're feeling at this moment, connecting completely with that. And now just let us connect to the source energy, the healing energies, your masters and guides. So it heals anything that needs to be healed in this relationship. So only unconditional love remains. Anything else which is unlike that is totally healed, cleared, removed now. Any sadness, any guilt, anything of low vibrations is completely removed and replaced with higher vibration, with the source energy, with all the healing energies now. And any energies which are each other's that you're holding on to, let that be returned. Any energetic cords which have become very strong, which are unlike unconditional love, be cleared and removed and healed now. And let both the energies of you, that person, or all those people be completely balanced. So all that you feel for each other now is unconditional love. Feel that tremendous peace, that lightness, that total sense of freedom now. And knowing that it was only karma or cause and effect of what has happened in the past that has made both of you apart physically for some time. But know that you're always together. You can always communicate. This person is always there with you, all these people, all the ones who have died and gone are always there. And we can similarly connect with them anytime that we want to. And again, you'll be together. When you finish your work, your karma on earth, you can again be together with the soulmate of yours. Just feel that totally in your heart, your soul. And now thanking the source, thanking all the masters and guides, all the light beings, thanking your loved ones, your loved one, for this connection, for allowing us to do this, for allowing you to allow this to happen. And with all the healing, all this love in your heart, in your soul, in your energy body, with all the love and gratitude, with all that you've experienced in this session, integrating all of that within your energy body, within you. I'm thanking this whole process, all the beings helping us, helping you. Now we can all come back to a present moment, back to the here and now. Slowly coming back to your present moment. We can all now slowly start moving our hands and legs. We can slowly start opening eyes, coming back to this present moment, back to the here and now. With lots of love and gratitude. Yeah, so I hope all of you are back and back to your present state. And it would be nice if any of you would like to share your experience now if you want to. And if it is anybody who would like to say anything or ask anything or share, it could be quite a moving session for many of you. Normally, people might not want to talk or be silent. It's totally up to you. But if anybody would like to share, it would be nice. Or even ask any questions, or somebody who could not connect at all. Everything is okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Shoheli, once again. Thanks to you. I met my bro, I met my dad-in-law, and it was beautiful. And thank you. It was really lovely. And I think I got a few answers as well. Anchal has some questions for us. Anchal, you raise your hand, but I see your hand is missing. Yes, you can. You want to link to join Shoheli ji? As in, my Nisha, I'm unable to get your question. You mean you want a one-to-one session with her? That's possible. I'll share her number. But if you want to share, ask her something here, you can. And as I always say on every single Sunday, please call our facilitators, but message them first. Call them up only when they're comfortable. Don't bombard them with calls because that's not the done thing. And I think by now all of us are tuned to the fact. So Shoheli's number is right here on the screen. I'm saying it for you to write down also. 88004 09488. So please message her first and only then call her. 8800 409488. So yes, Anchal, you can talk to Shoheli. Yes, please.
Hi Prachi, hi Sohili.
Hi.
Actually, I wanted to meet my Nana ji. It's been like he's the person I was so connected with. I was 6 months old when I moved with my Nana and Nani. Like my Nani is still with me, but it's been almost 17 years. My Nana ji passed away, and he passed away with a cardiac arrest. So it just went out with one breath. for him. I wasn't there. I was with my mom and dad when he passed away on my summer vacations. So that thing really always was like bothered me that I wasn't there when he was going away. But never in these like 15, 17 years, I've seen much in him in my dreams. So it was only once when we had Garun Puran at my like at my nani's house. It was only after that Garun Puran I have seen him once in all these years. Today also I could not see him, but what I could recall was all the sweet memories I had with him, having food with him. It was like getting up, hugging him up. Just I could only see all that. That was it.
Yeah, it's nice. You saw the memories. That's good enough, actually, because it's about making the connection and healing that relationship and giving that gratitude out to that person. Because that's what you have come here to experience with him. And because we have lost our skills to connect. We don't know how to connect into this other world. We are so much in our 3D world, and it's a bit of practice that you can do that as well. So I'm sure you will get there someday, but it doesn't matter. What you're connecting with today is enough to connect back with him, and his soul knows that you're connecting. That's a beautiful part of it. And you can do that all the time. Send him a lot of love, gratitude, just everything. It's like the person could be gone physically, but we can just connect with them energetically in our thoughts, in our, that's just it. And they get the message.
I keep doing that. So it has never, I never felt that heavy. It was like it was only
Exactly.
few days, so like 12 until the Garun Puran. I kept feeling that heavy, but after the Garun Puran, I saw him once, and after that, I never felt that heavy. Never ever. It was always sweet memories I had.
That's great.
Thank you, Soili.
Thank you
so
for
much.
sharing.
Rajni ji, you want to say something? Yes.
Namaskar, Soili ji. I lost my husband in 2013. And I lost my son also in 2005. So today when I connected, I just saw that I was very desperate for this session. I wanted to meet him. So today, as I closed my eyes, I just saw that first it was black and white, something like that was there. And then all of a sudden I saw that he is carrying my son in his hand. And he just came and he just put his hand on me, and then I couldn't say anything, and just I started crying and crying.
You wanted to meet him and you did, right? So
Yeah. And he just came and he just put his hand on my head, and he brought with him my son also. I just want to say thank you, and I'll speak later on.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your sharing. Lots of love to you and to that person.
Thank you, Rajni ji. Okay. Shampa, you wanted to share something? I'll add you on Spotlight. Yes, I've asked to unmute you, Shampa. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Shampa.
Shirley, just wanted to understand, is it necessary when we are trying to connect that soul is going to connect back?
Yeah, it might happen because see, everything is a lot about our own intention and allowing things to happen. So if we make the connection once, I think it becomes easier for both sides to reconnect again. And if there's something more that communication is left or required, then definitely that soul will connect again, maybe through dreams or through messages or through any other which way you can receive it. Yeah.
because I have tried this out quite many times in our sessions also. When you do sessions with us, like we have done umpteen number of sessions, but never have I been able to connect with my dad the way. Perhaps for me, it's easier to get connected to the source light than to get connected to my dad. So somehow this comes back to me that why it doesn't happen. Is there no need for it? The purpose has been solved, so I don't get connected. What is it? Though I see him in my dreams at times, but I'm not unable to connect whenever I want. So what could be the reason?
Yeah, but you do connect in dreams, right? You do see him in your dreams.
Yeah, but I see only the last stage of his life when he was injured and he passed away in front of me. That's the only thing what I see him in the dreams.
Yeah. So not being able to connect with him, there could be two reasons. One is maybe what you're expecting, the kind of connection, it's not happening in that way. But like I always say, that just speaking to that soul with that intention of connecting with them and speaking is good enough for them to receive the understanding, right? And once they have taken another life, I think, you know, they have moved on and they want you also to let them go. So then the connection is not really required so much, you know, so that's why maybe it's not happening. But if it's a block because of some deep down grief which you don't understand, then you need to heal that, right?
Okay.
So we have to understand what it is.
So perhaps that is the one, like others were able to express the grief, and for me,
yes,
you know, it must have not happened.
Maybe I think, yeah, somewhere deep down that thing is still not completely happening.
So that needs to be healed, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prachi. I think the story Shaili shared about you, I've heard it many times in her sessions. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you. She's been a godsend for me and helped me really face my grief.
Yeah,
So
she has shared this incident, I mean, in some of the sessions to, you know, explain us how things happen.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you, and I'm lucky today. I was free in the morning to get connected to Shaili. Otherwise, I'm not being able to get connected to her since very long. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming. Wonderful. All right. So I don't see any hands raised, but you've asked a couple of questions. So I think it's nicer that Shoheli can directly answer you, no more than me. So Mudita, Preeti, and Rachna ji, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Preeti, you've raised your hand. Okay. Yes. So please.
Yes,
Preeti, can we have your camera on, sweetie? I can put you on the spotlight as well.
Actually, thank you so much, Sohili ma'am.
Yes, Preeti.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I want to ask ma'am that when my on my birthday that we lost our my uncle, and on my younger sister Prachi's birthday that we lost our grandfather. So is it any connection between these two dates, that on our birthdays that we lost them?
Yeah, everything has a meaning, you know, nothing in this world is without a meaning. So there could be some significance there, like your birth and their death being on the same day, you know. But we'll have to look at it deeper as to what it is. There will be something from the past. That's why that has happened on that particular day itself. It is, everything is significant.
Okay,
it will not be without a reason. Yeah.
Yes. And I want to ask about my father, that we lost him in 2013 when I was in in 12th, 18 years old. That time death was very sudden. That he got heart attack and we lost him. He goes away from home in the morning and we did not see him again. At 5:30 it is happened, and then someone call us and said that he is died. So I want to ask that is there a purpose of his life completed, or मतलब मुझे Can I ask in Hindi?
हाँ हाँ, हिंदी में पूछो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
तो
हाँ।
मुझे ये लगता है मैम कि उनके वो स्पिरिचुअल ग्रोथ उनकी पूरी हो गई थी इसलिए उनकी डेथ हो गई, या फिर हेल्थ इश्यूज की वजह से, मतलब उन्होंने उनका अच्छे से ध्यान नहीं रखा तो इस फिजिकल बॉडी में वो अच्छे से रह नहीं पाए, तो क्योंकि वो बहुत फिट थे, लेकिन ये सब बहुत सडनली हुआ। तो ये मुझे हमेशा से लगता है कि क्या हो सकता है इसका रीजन दोनों में से,
हाँ।
कि अगर एक तो यह है कि उनकी स्पिरिचुअल डेवलपमेंट अच्छे से हो गई इसलिए वो पास्ट अवे हो गए, या फिर उन्होंने अच्छे से उनका ध्यान नहीं रखा खुद का इसलिए वो इस बॉडी में रह नहीं पाए, तो फिर गॉड ने उनको अनदर लाइफ दे दी फर्दर डेवलपमेंट के लिए।
हाँ, तो क्या होता है, जैसे मैंने पहले भी बताया था कि जब भी कोई जाता है, जैसे आपको लग रहा है सडन डेथ हो गई नहीं, कि उनकी वो तो फिट थे, फिर क्यों सडनली ऐसा हुआ, तो सारा डेथ्स एक्सेप्ट फॉर सुसाइड सारे प्लान्ड होते हैं। तो उनका जितना काम करना था उन्होंने करके वो चले गए। और उनकी जल्दी जाने से आप लोगों को, आपके फैमिली को जो भी एक्सपीरियंस हुआ वो भी आप लोगों को एक्सपीरियंस करना था। तो ऐसे कुछ डायनामिक्स होते हैं जो होता है हम लोग के सीखने के लिए, हमारे एक्सपीरियंस के लिए, ठीक है। तो ये सारा प्लान्ड है। उनको इतना खत्म करके फिर कभी कभी क्या होता है, सोल वहां पे रुकते हैं थोड़ी देर कि बाकी खत्म करे और आए, कुछ कुछ उसके बीच में कुछ और एक्सपीरियंस करके वापस आ जाते हैं, ठीक है। तो उनको कुछ और करना था, तो वो थोड़ा सा कभी कभी ऊपर ही उनकी लर्निंग होती है, कभी किसी और लाइफ में खत्म, थोड़ा सा और खत्म करके चले आएंगे, यू नेवर नो उनका सोल क्या डिसाइड किया है। बट
And,
उनका जितना काम करना था वो कर के गए।
and many times I saw him in my dreams, very close. We spend more of time. मतलब मैं जब सोती हूँ तब से मुझे
हाँ।
ऐसा लगता है कि 2-3 घंटे मैंने बहुत टाइम बिताया। मतलब एक प्लेस होता है, कई बहुत सारे टाइम्स वो फैमिलियर प्लेस होता है। कभी कभी मेरे कॉलेज के पास, मतलब जो मैं थिंग्स चाहती हूँ कि नहीं वो यहाँ पे आ जाए, या फिर मैं मेरा पीएमएस कंप्लीट किया है मैंने, तो मैं कॉलेज को थी तब मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि सबने मेरा कॉलेज देखा है, मैंने वो मतलब मेरा नंबर लगा है तो सबने देखा है, लेकिन उन्होंने नहीं देखा। तो many times I saw in my dreams that he came to my hostel, was sitting in my room, meeting my friends and all that things, and I feel just like he is very close to me. I started crying at that dreams, and then others wake me up that why you are crying and all that things.
that
So
means
is it
your
real that
father,
I
yes,
made?
yes. तो आपके पिताजी, योर फादर इज वेरी मच विथ यू। कुछ सोल जो जल्दी चले जाते हैं उनका प्रेजेंस हमेशा रहता है फैमिली के साथ, क्योंकि फिजिकली वो है नहीं, लेकिन एनर्जेटिकली सोल लेवल में ही इज देयर विद। सो दैट इज ट्रू, एंड व्हाटएवर वी फील इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, उसमें कोई वो नहीं है।
And one more thing I have to share, that when he passed away in 2013 in May, 19 May, after that my seat is gone, and there are 2 CETs that I have given exams, and one one is on 5th May, that he is with me, and the next week he gone. And after that I was in a little bit confusion, that so suddenly I was in that crying and crying 2-3 months, so I say he gay. And after that after that uh, I I see in his him is in my dreams, and we both are sitting, and उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं तुम्हारा हो जाएगा, तुम्हारा नंबर लग जाएगा, कहीं वो कनेक्शन था एंड लगा। एंड उसके बाद मैंने किसी पे बिलीव नहीं किया, एंड देन सब हो गया। मैं मतलब मेरा एडमिशन भी हो गया।
प्रीति, थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग। आप डायरेक्टली बात कर लीजिएगा, और बात करनी है तो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल वेटिंग, लेट्स गिव देम टाइम। बट थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग। योर फादर इज विद
Thank
यू,
you so
एंड एज
much.
Suheli ma'am says, he's around you. So be blessed. Thank you for sharing. All right. Okay. Mom, you need to unmute yourself. Suheli, she's my mom, if you remember, we'd come to you. Yeah, mom.
Hi, Suheli. Hello.
Hi. I was very sure today that I would connect with my son. Somehow I've been unable to do that. Because when I came to you 3 years back, I was not into meditation. I was not ready, as Prachi tells me. But today I thought I am, but I didn't.
You could not. But it's okay still, you know, we should not feel disappointed. आप just say, just send him a lot of love and, you know, जो भी आपको communicate करना है, just do it. Connection is happening. For whatever reason you're not being able to see or this thing, it's okay. You know, we should not be disappointed and don't, you know, take it.
I'm not really disappointed. It was just that, I get what you say. Thank you.
Yeah. Just
So
be
really
with
one
it because,
question.
in our hearts we connect, that's good enough, you know.
Yeah,
because
of
at
course.
the human level we have a lot of limitations or restrictions, or a lot of energies don't allow that to happen, so we just have to be in the purity of our heart.
Thank you.
And Shoheli, can I ask you a question? If there are two people logging on the same time and I'm also with Rishi and Mom also wishes to be with him, can a soul be there two places? Is it possible?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Can be anywhere at the same time.
Okay. I think, all right. More many questions? Okay.
No.
Ayushi? Yeah. Ayushi, I've asked to, Ayushi, you haven't got an unmute, not yet. Yeah. Again, you're on unmute, sweetie. Yeah.
1 second. Okay. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Prachi, and thank you, Soheli, sorry. Actually, I've had this is my second experience. My first experience was when I was in my 20s and I communicated with my grandmom, which was quite accidentally because there was some medium who had come from London. And as a child, as a student, you know, I just like went with my friends and we didn't really think it would happen, but she did communicate with me. So I do believe in this. Today, I tried to connect with my grandfather who passed away 2 to 3 years ago. And I obviously had a lot of questions to ask him. So I'm wondering maybe that's why he didn't communicate. But I did in the end ask him to like give me a hug. And I felt a nice golden light and that warmth, you know, that like, you know, it's like we were together. So it was a great experience. And I think only one message probably resonated, that sab theek ho jayega, everything is okay. And I don't know if it was my own mind who was giving this message, it was him, but I definitely felt the warmth because I just said, I just want to hug you. So that was one thing. And the other thing I want to ask you is, I see a lot of my grandparents in my dreams, you know. So in one of my dreams, which is very recent, my nanny comes with a bag of clothes and she's telling me that I've come to stay with you. So I don't know what the relevance is of such dreams, where you see a lot of your grandparents and they're giving you some messages. Like, is it true that they come and stay with you, or?
Yeah, definitely. Whatever you're dreaming means they want to connect with you. They want to be there with you. They want to. So everything that happens to us, we should be in acceptance. Don't doubt everything. That's a very mind level thing. We are made to doubt everything. So just be in the process. Just enjoy it. And like you said, that's why I said in the guided meditation that just feel it. You know, whatever it is. Sometimes we might not see, because for us in 3D, everything is about seeing. But it's actually not about seeing, it's about feeling, it's about knowing, you know. So as soon as that comes, and it comes like this, through dreams, through messages, so great. You just have to be in that.
Thank you for sharing, Ayushi. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Shelly, I'll add the spotlight, please. Ask your question.
So thank you so much, Shoheli. Thank you, Prachi ma'am, for the wonderful session. So I just want to know one thing. So I missed my daughter when she was 4 months old, on a very bad note. Like, she had a disease and it was a like very bad situation that time. And I always felt that it happened because of me. There was always a guilty in me that she went because of me. And I never forgave myself. But when I joined Prachi ma'am's session, Mirror Work, I forgive myself about this. So one thing I want to ask, that I have a 6-year-old daughter, 5-year-old daughter. So I have a strong feeling that she's the same who has come back to me, and she's saying to me that I have forgiven you, Mama. I'm here with you, and I really love you. And today also I felt the same feeling. I could see only that 5-year-old daughter. So is it possible that it's the same? She's the same daughter?
Yes. Yes, it happens. Very often it happens that the same soul comes back, is reborn as the next child.
So I'm really glad that God has forgiven me, and my daughter has forgiven me, and she's come back to me. So this strong feeling is I'm having. Is it fine? Is it true?
It is. It is. So you should be with that and totally let go of your guilt. Everything is fine. We should never feel guilty about anything. You know, everything is a learning. Everything is an experience. And they come back. I said the soul group never really departs. We're always together in some form.
Okay,
So
great.
That's fine. Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks for your sharing.
Okay.
Thank you, Shelly. I hope you're healed more now. Okay, Mudita, any more questions? Just raise your hands because time is okay. Mudita, would you like to unmute yourself? I've already passed it on. Yes, please. Please
Hello,
ask.
ma'am. Can I audible?
Yeah.
Yes,
you
you
are.
मैम मेरे फादर को आई थिंक मैं तो काउंट भी नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. आई थिंक उनको गए 22-23 इयर्स हो गए हैं और उनकी नेचुरल डेथ नहीं थी आई थिंक, क्योंकि मेरा ब्रदर इलेक्शन में खड़ा हुआ था एंड वहां पे कुछ ऐसे कॉर्ड्स हो गए थे कि वहां पे पुलिस वालों ने मतलब वो लाठी ये सब चार्ज होता है ना मैम, वो सब उन्होंने स्टार्ट कर दिया था एंड मेरे पापा को उन्होंने मारा था तो वो मतलब गिर गए थे. फिर उसके बाद में क्या हुआ नहीं पता. डॉक्टर ने भी उनको ट्रीट नहीं किया बोल करके कि ये पुलिस केस है एंड मेरे पापा की डेथ हो गई थी. तो मैम हम लोग ने बहुत सरवाइव किया उनके जाने के बाद. मतलब बहुत ज्यादा हम लोग को सरवाइव करना पड़ा क्योंकि पापा अचानक चले गए और वो अपना कुछ भी हम लोग को बता नहीं पाए थे. तो हम लोगों को मतलब एक्सट्रीमली सरवाइव करके अपनी लाइफ को जीना पड़ा और आज भी हम लोग उनको बहुत ज्यादा मिस करते हैं और मतलब हमें ऐसा लगता है कि क्या हम उनको हर्ट कर रहे हैं. आज भी हम बोलते पापा आप क्यों चले गए, आपके जाने से हम लोग को अभी तक सरवाइव करना पड़ा. तो क्या हम उनको इतना ज्यादा बोल के हम उनके साथ अच्छा नहीं कर रहे.
Shoheli, you're on mute, sweetie.
So sorry. So जो आप लोग एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हो अभी, जो भी हो रहा है आपके साथ, जो उनके साथ हुआ, ये सब भी प्लान था. इसके साथ जो भी आप लोग महसूस कर रहे हो ये भी पार्ट ऑफ द जर्नी है. तो इसमें बहुत जरूरी है कि आप उनको लेट गो करें, उनको माफ करें, उनको बहुत प्यार भेजें कि जो भी उन्होंने किया ये सब तो सबका ही पूरा सोल ग्रुप का प्लानिंग है ना. तो अकेले कोई भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है. आप लोग जो फेस कर रहे हो अब वो भी पार्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी है, वो भी पार्ट ऑफ द जर्नी है. ठीक है, तो आप जितना उनको फॉरगिवनेस भेजोगे, जितना प्यार भेजोगे, अपने ऊपर भी उतना प्यार भेजो सबको, तो ये जल्दी शिफ्ट होगा. और जो आप दुख दर्द महसूस कर रहे हो अंदर वो भी शिफ्ट होगा, वो भी चेंज होगा. तो सबको माफ करके प्यार करके हमें आगे बढ़ना है. फाइनली वही लर्निंग है हमारी. नहीं, जो पास्ट है, पास्ट को हम भूल करके हम कैसे आगे बढ़ सकते हैं प्यार से, वही हम लोग को जो जिन्होंने भी जो भी किया उनको भी फॉरगिवनेस भेजे, उनको भी प्यार भेजे ना. क्योंकि कहीं तो कोई हम लोग ने भी किसी को दर्द दिया होगा, हम लोग ने भी किसी को गलत किया होगा ना, इसीलिए वो सेम चीज हमारे ऊपर आती है. बट ये कहीं तो खत्म करना है, हम इसको कितने ले जाए आगे. कहीं पे किसी को लेट गो करना है. ये जो साइकिल है उसको कहीं पे ब्रेक करना है, नहीं तो वो चार्ज घूमता ही रहेगा, चलता ही रहेगा. तो आप जितना फॉरगिवनेस करोगे, जितना प्यार भेजोगे सबको, ये जल्दी रिजॉल्व. वही सोल्यूशन है.
Thank you, ma'am.
So thank you, Shoheli, for patiently being there for everyone. They needed to heal, and you've been there with your voice and your thoughts. So thank you so much. I hope there are no more questions. If there are, as I said, you can always connect with Shoheli directly on a one-to-one. in this age of Zoom, it's very much possible to be meeting her anytime. You don't have to be in Delhi to meet her. Though last time when I saw her, of course, it was in person, but now just say today we went and met our loved ones online. So again, I'm repeating a number, 8800409488. So if you wish, you can connect with her. I'll share her number on the groups also, all the 3 WhatsApp groups also. So if there's any, in fact, all 4. So if there's anything, of course, you can reach out with her. She's available. But as I said, please go through your messaging first. Understand the facilitators' timing, the healers' timings, and then connect. So that'll always be nicer for them and for you. So, Suhaili, I really want to thank you for this beautiful, mesmerizing session. Very soulful, indeed, something that people connected with their loved ones. They got images, flashes, cues, and I think they'll keep coming. These cues will keep coming in, not only right now, but they'll throughout. So, be ready, everyone, for this beautiful journey. And Suhaili, over to you for the last parting words.
Yes, thank you so much, Prachi, and to all of you, lots of love. And let us all heal, let us all, be with our loved ones, knowing that they never go away. They're always with us. Yeah. So all you have to do is speak to them, send them a lot of love, and do a lot of forgiveness. We all need to let go of any guilt, anything which is in low vibration and consciousness, right? And we've done a lot of work today itself, and you all will feel much lighter after today, that's for sure. And we'll be able to connect more with the others. Yeah. So I send a lot of love to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And with this, we come to a closure of our series 1. Our 14 beautiful weeks that have gone by and us learning, are evolving. And now that you've met your loved ones, or you still haven't met, you can go through the session again. Like in past life regression, a lot of you have done it again and again online. It's absolutely fine to do that. Discover more of yourself, more of your loved one. It doesn't have to be direct here, but any further questions which are related to this, only Suhaili can answer. I have just brought her amongst you all because she really helped me in my healing and my understanding. So on that note, thank you, Suhaili. I truly am indebted. I'm grateful for healing so many lives today as well, just the way you keep healing, and looking forward to seeing you one day in person. Lots of love and lots of thank yous. And to everyone who's logged on and who will log on YouTube, lots of love, light, and abundance to each one of you. Until we announce a new series, we take a break. Thank you for all your love. Thank you. Thank you, Sanjay sir, for being there from Sunbeam Mughalsarai family for this beautiful morning. I really thank you for your, for your help and every time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love.